Somebody make a pizza call.
Dennis, we've had a restraining order on you for 3 years. How do you keep finding our addresses?
A wise man once said, in order to be a leader of tomorrow, you need to invest in your future today. That man, Jesus Christ. Another man who's followed that tenet his entire life quite strictly is the reincarnation of God's favorite son himself, Elon Musk. Elon has lived his entire life as a self-made man, starting the company PayPal from the ground up by only using a very little amount of his dad's diamond fortune, which he proudly sold later on in order to start the company Tesla, that he totally didn't just buy off another guy and rebranded himself as some kind of, I don't know, Iron Man-like figure. A visionary. He then spent a good few many years in the business world being a cutthroat man, striking and attacking when needed, and through those efforts he somehow managed to worm his way into the cultural zeitgeist. He is undeniably famous, and he's undeniably living out the power fantasy that every weak little nerd has ever wanted. I don't know if you can tell from my tone, but I'm not a fan of my countrymen. I don't think he's a bad guy per se, I just kind of see him as morally ambiguous. It doesn't seem like any of the actions he takes at any point is for the betterment or benefit of humanity. To me, it appears like some sort of little ego game, and that he's trying to prove to himself that the little boy from Pretoria isn't only worth his daddy's money. Not that he really even needs to, because no matter how rich and successful and famous he gets, his dad will never love him the most, and his stepsister, which his father legally married, will always be his number one. Oh yeah, that's real. Elon Musk's dad married the daughter that he raised until she was an adult. Sweet horse of Africa, Lord, I'm coming homes to you. But this isn't about Elon's dirty old father. This story is about someone besmirching his pristine, beautiful name and using it for their own, I can't even say the word, financial gain. Ugh! Revolting. Principal at Florida Science and Tech Charter School resigns after sending $100K to a scammer posing as Elon Musk. The principal of a science and technology charter school in Florida has announced her resignation after she allegedly wrote a $100,000 check from a school account to someone she thought was Elon Musk, hoping for millions in investments from SpaceX's founder, according to media reports. Do you know how sad this is? Not because this woman got scammed, she can go f*** herself, she's dumb as shit. But in 50 years' time, the last bastion of people who didn't grow up with technology will be dead. As in, there will be no more old people getting confused by their what's-it-called iPad, and scams like this just won't happen anymore. That hurts. I enjoy the elderly suffering, and as a result, children suffering too? Oh, what a lovely bonus. Let me lick... That's a bad word to use when you're mentioning children in the same sentence. Let me taste the salty tears of disappointment. It just kind of bums me out that that particular niche of thing is gonna die out quite soon. How am I meant to enjoy elderly TikTok people if they're not just being weirdos and are confused on how to make actual content?
I've got this song that I holler to, and it is entitled Somebody Loves Me, and it goes like this.
Do you know how fun it is to stumble across an account of just some old dude or woman having fun and trying to make themselves laugh? It's a joy. It's a pleasure. I don't want to see my nana on TikTok knowing how to smash cut like 20 different templates together. Give me like the weird ass chin angles from underneath. I want to see that chip that's stuck underneath that fold. And a video where you rant about something racist. Also, I've just noticed that that woman who got scammed by Elon Musk was a principal of a technology institute. How did she fall for it? Surely to be a principal of computer peoples, you gotta have basic know-how. She spent months talking to the person she thought was Musk, hoping he would invest millions in the school for $100K up front. No money was paid. A check was cancelled when the school's business manager learned about it, and it's unclear whether the police became involved in an investigation into the scam. I mean, to be fair, as far as famous people that you could, impersonate as, that's not a word, that sounds like a coding procedure. As far as people you can pretend to be, impersonate, that's what I was looking for. Elon is probably one of the easiest ones. His whole persona is just pretending that you're 14 years old again at the age of 50. Get really into memes and what the kids love, and then stoop down to their level to seem cool, making up for decades of lost time and hurt after being on the outs of, most normal cool society. Am I being a dick to him? Yes. Does he deserve it? Yes. After a certain age, if you're still trying to appeal to young people, in spite of being one of the most publicly powerful people of all time, so much so that you're willing to buy one of the worst platforms to ever exist, you are quite frankly lame as all hell. And I'm literally just having the conversation that one of your many bastard children probably should have had with you. Elon, daddy, you were too rich to be acting this way. You're too old. Let it go, sweetie. You had a whole year of being a cool, hip, young guy when Iron Man 2 came out. Part of a legacy is knowing when to quit, baby. Now go enjoy that island that nobody talks about anymore, you little scamp. On Tuesday night in a school board meeting, Burns Science and Technology principal Janet McGee commented before leaving to applause. "I love this school more than anything else," said Jan McGee. Just to remind you, Spidey Superheads, this is the principal that nearly got scammed out of 100K. "If it means your administration is going to stay, I'm turning in my resignation." School administrators said at Tuesday's meeting that McGee had been repeatedly warned that it was a scam. What a cheeky person! "You all make me sick to my stomach. So what if I was told 5, 10, 12 times even? The corruption is blatant. How was I meant to know? I was just trying to better the school." Lady, you're an idiot. Bow your head and leave. What is this grand speech you're giving on the fact that you screwed up? This is like the Chewbacca defense from South Park, where the whole prospect is you try and confuse your opposition so they're not sure who to side with. The best example of something similar to this I can imagine is like me running over a child. God, somebody call an ambulance! Why? He was in the road. Because he's dying. Well, we're all gonna die someday. Do you not think that it was fate when he happened to jump on in front of my car when I was driving on the curve at 100? Sir, we can smell alcohol on your breath. You clearly ran over this child. Did I? Or did God take the wheel? No! You're going to jail! Sadly, it's not mentioned in this article, so you're just gonna have to take my word on it, bro. But I did read a couple days ago when I was first looking into this story that McGee was not only warned by the school administrators, she was also warned by fellow staff members and probably even the cleaner. And yet she still persisted and insisted she was talking to the real Elon. Janet McGee, inshallah. I hope that you and all the new people watching this video know that you have to legally subscribe, such as Allah's will. That's all I have to say on the matter, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later. Bye bye.